The video you are about to watch is highly unsettling. Viewer discretion is advised. Make sure that your doors are locked and that you are aware of any presence in your house. Check under your bed and in your closet. If you witness anything out of the ordinary,
don't move. So we played that Maple County game recently, and the Mandela Catalogue was something that was referenced in it as the inspiration for that. Now, I loved the game. It was really fun to play, albeit short. But if the Mandela Catalogue inspired it, then this must be really good as well, and has a bunch of views. And I am very excited to see what it is, because this type of horror is right up my alley. United States Department of Temporal Phenomena.
Receiving countless reports of an unidentified hostile organism that we'll refer to as alternates. Until we have a complete understanding of the threat, it's important to stay home, lock all doors and windows, and have access to a loaded firearm or any ranged weapon at all times. You will know if an alternate exists solely based on their physical characteristics.
So they're called alternates? We kind of saw them in the game. They had slightly uncanny features, like their eyes were slightly too far apart, maybe a little too big. They had longer limbs and they kind of imitate people.
If you see another person that looks identical to you, run away and hide. If you see a person that has a biologically impossible characteristic, run away and hide. If one manages to break into your home, refrain from any kind of communication or contact with the threat.
Oh, that's so freaky. Well, I think this would be fine. I would run away from these people anyway. If someone's coming at me upside down, or has a hot air balloon head, or stretch Armstrong arms, I'm gonna run away anyway. If I saw myself on the street, I think I would just be freaked out naturally. I don't think I would go anywhere near me.
These intelligent life forms utilize elements of psychological warfare to take advantage of their victims.
That's so cool.
While we heavily discourage any form of contact or communication with an alternate, we make exceptions for attempts at executing them yourself.
Just shoot him. If you see one, just shoot it. That's not gonna get you in trouble. In the event of an alternate encounter, follow the think principle. Tell an authority figure about your encounter. Hinder the alternate's movement. You told me that I shouldn't interact with it. Identify the class type. Oh, this is some SVP stuff. Neutralize the alternate if safe to do so. I'm getting mixed messages in this. I would say very far away. Kill. There's not enough room for the two of us. Oh God. Know your place in reality. That's so freaky. Know your enemy. Yeah, let me see what I'm up against. Type 1, doppelganger. Oh man, you said they had different features. They look like twins. I don't know which one is which. I don't know who the alternate is and who's real. Oh, this one, I figured it out. I know which one it is here. Oof. Ugh. That's like shiver material. Victim 1, victim 2. Are your eyes gone? Mark Heathcliff, Cesar Torres. That's so unsettling. It's such normal pictures too. Hello?
Hey, it's Caesar. I hope it's not too late.
No, it's fine. Don't worry. What's up? Are you alright?
Yeah, it's not me, it's my mom.
Oh, this is from the game.
She knocked out cold and I have no idea why. I'm on my way to the ER, but could you do me a favor?
Yeah, of course. What is it?
I just need you to come over and turn on the cameras we have set up. You know the ones that we installed after we were robbed?
Oh, yeah. Would you mind if I asked why?
Well, she screamed really loud right before I found her on the ground. I just...
Well, do you have your doors and windows locked? Like what the broadcast told us to do?
Yeah, that's the weird part. Maybe she saw something? I don't know.
Now I don't know if he's real.
Alright. I mean, it shouldn't be too bad. I'm just gonna switch them on and get out of there, though. You know how I feel about your house.
Yeah, that's fine.
Your house sucks, bro.
One last thing. Try to get a good view of it.
Oh my god, so weird! See, that's the thing, you...
Okay.
Alright, I gotta go. I'm almost at the hospital. Thank you.
See, you don't know who's an alternate or not. If they're able to mimic you, and they're able to, like, copy people, then is that guy bad and he's just trying to get the other guy to the house? It was the mom an alternate? There we go. Nice. How many cams do you have? That's like Paranormal Activity now. Is that it? 3 cams? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Nice. Okay. In and out. Motion detected at 3:31 a.m. Recording start. Ooh. Oh god, the suspense. Oh. Is that a person? It's gotta be different. Yeah, it's gone now. Oh, door's open. Duh, you can see. Sound increase detected at 5:34 a.m. Recording start. Well, that wasn't really motion detected, it was just...
Who are you? Get away from me! No!
Oh, that's so weird! It followed me home, Caesar.
Let me in, Mark. I have a gift for you.
Oh, I hate this.
I have a present. I have a surprise. I will not hurt.
Don't open that door. Oh, God. It's making me, like, dance my feet. Jesus. I guess that's one of my fears. Having someone show up at my door that sounds like someone I know. Never knew I had that fear before. Do not want to see what is on the other side. I would not either. But it has been days. You've been in your room for days? And nobody has come to help me. Oof. It's so funny.
You fucking bastard!
Uh-oh, bad decision, Mark. What is happening? Oh! Oh, what are you? Ew! Stop staring at me! Nobody came for me. Well, you tried to shoot it. I don't think you followed the think principle, though. Attention, viewing of the following footage is illegal and punishable by law if not previously cleared with your assistant. If you have access to this recording and are not part of your local authority, please stop the video and discard the tape immediately. I love this stuff. Mandela County Police Department training video. Oh, this is... we saw some of this in the game as well. Emergency call operator.
While at the station, a situation may occur where the local 911 dispatchers run out of operators to handle calls, so they are given to us instead. There are 3, and only 3, scenarios that you will handle with a caller.
Okay.
When a caller needs the police, send available personnel to the address.
Why is the old footage so scary looking?
When the caller has a fire-related emergency, contact our neighboring fire department with the address and a brief description of the event.
Okay. Police, fire, and medical.
When the caller has a medical emergency, immediately contact the Mandela Community Hospital.
Oh, it makes my skin crawl.
Here at the Mandela County Police Department, we thank you for viewing this instruction.
Do not help a caller reporting an alternate encounter. Oh, that's messed up. No matter how frantic their screams are. Calmly reassure the caller that help is on the way. Even though it's not, the call can be ended when they stop responding to your questions. Do not speak too much. Oh, you might accidentally reveal your fear. Whoa, nice.
Nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk, nothing is worth the risk.
The Scary Night by Mark, aged 4. Mandela Elementary School, grade... Oh, you're in 4K? Bro, don't get caught. Daddy didn't check under my bed last night, so I went to Mommy's room. I was scared. There was scary knocking on the door. And the scariest part is walking by the dark room by the stairs. Yeah, I'd be scared too, kid. Almost at Mommy's room. Then I saw the man in the corner. Him. Lovely looking fella. And then I fell asleep. The end. Oh. Should I be remembering these? Oh, there it is, the dark room. No wonder you're scared to go by it. I'm scared to just look at it. Hi! An intruder. What's wrong with his face? Module complete. If anything unexpected occurred during the test, let your advisor know immediately. Sir? I'd like to report a problem. Everything. Damn, that's cool. Special thanks to the analog horror community for your ongoing support. Yeah, people keep telling me that I need to get into more analog horror stuff. I didn't really know what it was. That was awesome. I think what I like the most about it is that it's so kind of consistent with itself, but it doesn't rely on over-the-top jump scares. It doesn't rely on the same sorts of tropes as everything else. It doesn't really, like, there's a narrative to it and you're putting pieces together in your head and you're attaching this to that and you're like, what if this was real and it happened to me? So your imagination does most of the work and then just kind of like nudged a little bit by some of the imagery in it. Just enough to give you like an overall picture that your brain can complete itself. And I love that. I love that it's kind of, it's connected to itself, but it's kind of disconnected in the different pieces. Like there's a training video, there's like a thing for a kid, there's real life footage, there's cameras from someone's house. It feels like this is sort of a thing that's plaguing this community already. Like it feels like a world that's lived in, and it's really well thought out. And some of the stuff, it's just so subtle and just like the creepy sort of robotic voices and something that's left to hang a little too long. And then the kid already talked about the person in the doorway that you don't want to see, and then it just shows the doorway and you're kind of like, where is it? Where is it? What am I looking for? I love it. Really, really well done. I think that's the only one so far in regards to like the Mandela Catalogue. Yeah, volume 1. 2.2 million views. I'm glad that's getting views because that's cool. But there's a bunch of other stuff, like the Think Principle is on its own. The Mandela Catalogue exhibition. What's this? Answer the damn phone. That's the same one from the other video.
Noah went out of his house for some fresh air.
Hi, Noah. Oh my god. I don't like knocking. I realize that I really hate knocking, but I also really hate fast footsteps that get closer to you. Anything that's sort of like dung 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 dung. But especially if you can't see it, that freaks me out more than anything sometimes. What is going on? Mandela County Crime Investigations, 1992. Hey, I was just a wee lad. Heathcliff. Altercation evidence reel. Ooh. Thatcher Davis. 3:21 a.m. Mark Heathcliff's bedroom. Personal camcorder. Is this the one we saw? I can't remember the names. Oh no. Oh, I'm already freaked out just looking at that. Okay. Not so bad. Oh, that's the same doorway from the picture. It doesn't even show anything. What am I looking at? Ooh. Oh. Oh! Oh god, I thought that was somebody standing in the door. I'm freaking myself out for no reason. Flashlights and dark hallways. Name a scarier duo. There's some noisy ass stairs. I don't want anything to show up. Nope. No thanks. Hi. Footage implies that Heathcliff has been paranoid for a prolonged period. Reasons are implied. Ah, we're back to Moses. He built his boat. Well done, Mosey. How did you turn a cartoon into something horrible sounding? Oh no. Oh god.
Why do you try to escape on you, dear Noah? You will be punished for resisting my message. You will bring another creature on the boat. You won't notice it at first. Just wait, Noah. Wait until you start to feel something. A change happening in your mind. You won't even realize it has taken form until you see it. When you see it, there is no return. It will give you a message. It will be your last message.
Wait. What did that say first? The death of Mark Heathcliff. And then it changed to United States Department of Temporal Phenomena. The USDTP. Ha-ha! If you or a loved one has recently been affected by the result of exposure to analog television and mirrors, contact your local authority immediately. Financial compensation will not be available. If you have any further questions in relation to the recently issued television and mirror destruction order, call the number below. Television and mirror destruction order. He did have a run-in with the television. For the preservation of security, season 1 finale exhibition. Oh. Oh, so they're all connected to each other? So all of these, like, back to back, all did something? Should I have watched them from, like, start to finish? Oh, whoops.
Don't be afraid. I bring good news of great joy for you and all people.
Oh, that's why.
Tonight, your savior was born in Davidstown.
Rejoice, Jesus is born. So this makes a little more sense now, because this is Noah starting in his journey, and that angel was the same face that we saw that was giving him a warning, right?
There was a woman named Mary who lived in the city of Nazareth. She was in love with a man named
This is the voice from that Faith
Mary
game.
was yet a virgin, but she got a
More
very
days.
special message from an angel named
I am the
Maybe his name was just a swear.
Angel Gabriel. I've come to bring good news.
News? For me?
Oh Lord, what does that mean? See, I think these subtitles are actually put in by the... I'm so used to fan-submitted subtitles for things that I want to know what this means. That is so freaky sounding.
Whatever God wants, I will do.
Okay, bye. What, is this something? Oh, that's the face of the angel.
Rule the shepherds. I will know their greatest fear. I will know your greatest fear. Wake up, Joseph. Wake up, wake up, wake up, wake
Oh,
up, wake
God,
up.
it's so scary. The angel of death hath come.
Do not be afraid, my dear shepherds. I have
There it is
great
again.
news. I am your true savior. I know everything about what makes you human.
No.
I know what
You have a lovely face underneath that.
I know what you dread.
Never mind. Wait, is this gonna... Are they gonna say it, or is it just stuck here? How frozen I became and powerless then. Ask it not, reader, for I write it not. Because all language would be insufficient. I did not die, and I alive remained not. Think for thyself now. Hast thou aught of wit? What I became, being of both deprived. I deceived them, such weak minds. I am bound to chains on my ankles, that grow heavier with every step. The infinite amount of sand will be my tomb, and my foolishness will be my legacy. If there is a God, please help me. Overthrown by Alex Kister. Alex, you're awesome. I'm not gonna watch all of them because I feel like I've watched too much of them already. I feel like you guys should go to this channel, the Mandela Catalogue, subscribe to it, give them views, and not just watch it through me here watching it. There's clearly a story going on across all of these that I'm not privy to right now, but it would be cool to go into the comments and kind of read what's going on. But I really love this style of things being like put together and just little tapes here and there and bits and pieces of different things. It's so fascinating how you can make such innocent looking footage so scary. All it takes is like a little bit of editing and a bit of like a couple of filters and sound effects, and different music goes a long way as well. But God, I love this. This is right up my alley, this kind of content. People keep telling me to react to like Local 58 stuff as well. I think that's another type of content in the analog horror, as they call it. But again, I didn't know anything about this until recently, so maybe we will. Maybe we'll take a deep dive into some of that, but I feel like I need like a guide to some of it, like where to start and what to watch and what's the scariest stuff in it. So if you guys watch any of this stuff, please let me know. I would gladly take it on board and we'll react to some of it and I can get involved in some of this community because I think it's awesome. But yeah, Alex Kister, you're dope. That's gonna do it for me. I need to go do something normal so I don't have these voices stuck in my head anymore because those are incredibly unsettling to listen to. Thank you guys for watching the video. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe if you're new here, and I'll see you